Howdy, motherfucker! I hope you've had a fantastic day. Welcome back to MCubed. I'm your host, Harris, and today we are doing another Ticket or Skip It, this time over Hulu's new film, Prey. So, what is a Ticket or Skip It, you may ask? It is when I ask and answer 4 questions. So, what are the 4 questions that I ask in a Ticket or Skip It? Number 1 is, was the film itself fulfilling? Did you get something out of it at the end? Number 2, were the characters' arcs within the film fulfilling? Number 3, did I personally like this film? And number 4, is this film worth watching? And then we accumulate those and decide whether or not you should get a ticket, you should skip it, or get that ticket with trepidation. So, number 1, was this film fulfilling? Dan Trachtenberg, the director, kind of sets it up as a pretty straightforward narrative, and I think that makes it extremely fulfilling by the end. I believe the story as a whole really does itself favors along the way, and it kind of sets itself up for success, and it sets itself up for failures wherever it wants to fail. And I really appreciate that coming from a filmmaking perspective, and I look forward to Dan Trachtenberg and whatever else he does bring next, because he seems to be pretty into like the sci-fi thriller, kind of sci-fi horror realm. And I like that. Question number 2. Now, were the characters within this film fulfilling? Now, Amber Midthunder, who I love from Legion, if you've never seen Legion on FX, check it out. She plays Naru, and I would say that her character by the end has the most fulfilling arc by far. And of course, she's the main character, so you expect that. But wow, it's really well done. It's really simple, and once again, it is straightforward, but never is it predictable in a way that it takes you out of it. It always progresses itself, the story-wise, and Amber Midthunder's character is fantastic. Naru just really becomes her own by the end of the film, and it's really gratifying to watch. Now, Dakota Beavers plays Tabe, and is his character arc fulfilling? He's the brother to Naru. You can kind of get hints of it from the trailers, but this really is kind of a brother and sister story, as well as a daughter and mother story, and as well as like kind of a best friend story with Naru and her dog. Sorry. Something like that. Very fulfilling. His arc is almost, if not just as fulfilling as Naru's, and the only reason it's not is because he's not the main character. If you saw this from his perspective, it would be very fulfilling, and it would be a different story, but it would be still a great story. Sari, I don't know how to say it, has the 3rd, 4th, 5th best arc. Fantastic character. And you get the sense, obviously, the dog's a dog, and it has certain tracking skills that it can sniff. You get to see these things utilized throughout the film, and where the dog ends up is great. It is really satisfying. And that leads us into Dane DeLigro. I believe that's how you pronounce his name as well. He is the guy that is playing the Predator. Does the Predator's arc matter in a Predator movie? Or a Prey movie, to be more specific here? Yeah, the villain's arc always matters, and whether you actually see Predators as a villain or not can kind of be contrived by your own personal stances, and yeah, they're pretty villainous, but they're cool, and I believe Dane DeLigro does very well as the Predator. I really like the old-timey Predator, not so old-timey, it is very futuristic still, but 300 years in the past, but it is really nice to go back and see this type of Predator fight a Native American tribe, and not a vicious one at that, but Comanches were very dangerous and very capable and skilled warriors, and you get to see that in full-fledgedness here, and it's really entertaining to watch the Predator go against that. So, all that being said, question number 3. Did I personally like this film? I really enjoyed this movie. I've only heard good things, honestly. I've heard 1 or 2 bad kind of reviews, and I don't see where they're coming from, honestly. This film is, if it's not as good as Predators, I think it's better than Predators, but it's up there. It's either 2nd or 3rd, if not even sometimes people might think this could be the best film of the Predator franchise. It really takes a lot of that kind of jungle aspect of the original one and puts it into a forest, so you get a very similar feel a lot of the times, which is great. It really harkens back to the OG. It's endearing. It feels good. I loved this film. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. Question number 4, is it worth you going to see? I think you know my answer already. Of course, this one typically is the shortest question because I kind of get my thoughts out at this point, but yeah, it's worth watching. So, should you spend money to go see it in a movie theater? Well, you can't do that. It's on Hulu. I wish it was in a movie theater, but since it's on Hulu, sit back, put it on the biggest screen you can, because this film deserves to be seen in a movie theater, even though it probably won't be for most people, myself included. If I ever get the chance, I am jumping at it, because this film is fantastic. I say get a ticket, sit down, click play, just enjoy yourself. And if you have a Wooger, you could have some haptic feedback while you're watching, which could make these predator kills and the fights back against the predator that much more cool.
Woogers are a haptic feedback sound listening device, and these things are the coolest thing in the world. This thing jams along with you to your music, gives you your own personal bass within your own body, essentially uses your body as a subwoofer. I don't know if that's the correct science or anything, but that's what it feels like. And I love these things. It makes movies, music, and video games just infinitely more fun. This is the coolest thing in the world with movies.
So if you'd like a Wooger, our affiliate link is in the description, and if you would like another way to support our channel, you can hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the notification bell. We are coming in hot with many more Ticket or Skip It's. I'm seeing a lot of movies. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we are here to talk to you about it. So please do what you can to help our channel, and have a fantastic day.